So you need to be sharing content in emails, in blogs, in videos, social media posts, whatever your specific strategy is. But when you sit down to write, you don't know if you're saying the right thing. Are you being too wordy? Are you not saying enough? Will this topic land with your ideal audience? Been there? Well, stay tuned because in this video, I'm going to give you 5 questions that are going to help you craft killer content that connects. Hi, my name's June Morrow, and I help emerging coaches and transformational consultants step out of isolation and into more authentic connections with messaging that inspires them and their ideal audiences. And if this is you and you're struggling with finding clients, I encourage you to download my free training below, How to Find Clients When Social Media Isn't Doing It For You. So you've got an idea for something to share with your audience. Maybe it's how to do something. Maybe it's an experience you've been through. Maybe you want to talk about your services or your programs or something that's upcoming. How do you make sure that what you're creating is something that your audience will not only want to read, but act on? Well, here are 5 questions that are going to help you do just that. The first question, 1, what problem does this content solve for my audience? The most popular radio station in the world, WIIFM. That's right. What's in it for me, folks? People care about stuff that makes their life easier, better, lighter, faster, healthier, more joyful, more profitable, more connected. Whatever it is that they feel is lacking in their life at this moment. Your business exists to solve a problem for your audience, and your content exists to do the same thing. So the first thing you need to do is define the problem. Then the second thing you need to do is ask, how does my audience describe that problem? What does their life look like? At the beginning of this video, I described a scenario. When you sit down to write, you don't know if you're saying the right thing. Are you being too wordy? Are you not saying enough? Will this topic land with your ideal audience? That's the problem. The problem isn't, I don't know the 5 questions to get focused. The problem is uncertainty over whether your content is going to work. Will it be effective? So when you're looking at your audience, describe their life as they would describe their problem. What does it look like right now? Paint a picture of that scenario in tangible terms if you can. So say you're a fulfillment coach, someone who helps women feel fulfilled. It's not like simply saying you're unfulfilled, but describe how that plays out in your client's life. You wake up and you dread the day ahead. Your job no longer excites you. In meetings, you zone out, right? If you're confused about this, I want you to watch my video on the difference between a problem and a diagnosis, right? So it's what they say, not you say the problem is. 3, what's the most important thing I want my audience to know? If they remember one thing from your content, what would it be? In journalism, this is called the lead, and it's called the lead for various reasons, but it leads your content. It's the thing that goes first. So keep in mind, if you're doing written content, people don't read something unless there's something that hooks them. Instead, most of them scan it. So put what's most important near the beginning of your email, your freebies, your website, whatever it is. Problem, and then the first thing they need to know. So in the example of a fulfillment coach, it might be you deserve joy, or your thoughts create reality, or make movement a part of your morning, right? It could be anything, whatever is most important for them to know after you describe the problem. In this video, the thing that I want you to remember is that there's 5 questions to ask before you create content. So ask yourself, of all the things that I want to say to my audience in this piece of content, what is the one thing I want them to leave with? And then either frame everything around that or put it first. 4, how do I want my audience to feel? Emotions incite action. They motivate us to take steps to change the situation. So knowing how you want to feel will help with the tone of your email, and it'll also help your audience think more about how they could solve their problems. So you might want your audience to feel hopeful that there is a solution. You might want them to be pissed off that the situation has gotten out of hand or is unjust. You might want them to feel fed up with feeling crappy, like for so long, isn't it time that they changed? Or maybe you just want them to feel a little more focused or in control, and that's the purpose of this video. I want you to feel like content doesn't have to be crazy hard. Now, the other thing that you want people to feel is that they can trust you. Part of why I'm doing these videos is so you can trust that I know my stuff. Which brings me to the final question. 5, what do I want my audience to do? What's your call to action, or CTA? What's the purpose of you creating this content at the end of the day? This can be to ask people to learn more about something, to sign up for something, but it doesn't have to be. Sometimes it can be to answer a question, or to take a moment and reflect on themselves, or to take the next step, or to do the thing that you're suggesting they do, right? And if this is resonating with you, I would love for you to like this video and subscribe to this channel. That's my call to action. Do it now. So those are 5 questions that create content that connects with your audience. 1, what problem does this content solve for my audience? 2, how does my audience describe this? How do they describe their problem? 3, what is the most important thing I want my audience to remember or to know? 4, how do I want my audience to feel after they read this content, or after they consume it, or watch it, or hear it? 5, what do I want my audience to do? Which of these do you need to remember to do more often in your content? Comment below and let me know. So these questions also work for other forms of content like webinars, freebies, web pages, and more. And these are all things that we dive into deeply in the Authentic Messaging Academy. It's a 6-month program to connect with your ideal audience in a way that feels true to who you are, right? So you don't have to fake it to find the people who need your services. And you can find more about that in the information below. So until next time, you got this.